Welcome to the Japan Game Junk podcast. I'm so happy and thankful that you're here. Hello, welcome back to Japan Game Junk, the podcast. Here to, give you some information about your new favorite hard-off store. This one in Iruma City of Saitama. This is the Iruma Fujisawa branch, which is kind of newish. I think it was built about 3 years ago, and I've gone there from time to time. It's got lots of good stuff. So anyway, before starting, just don't forget, I think people always say this, like and subscribe and all that if you aren't, so yeah, it makes me happy. Okay, now into everything that was at the store that I thought that was interesting. First of all, a PC Engine Mini, so the PC Engine, the Japanese turbo graphics. The mini system, they have the mini systems here. It had the system itself and the controller, which comes with it, and the 8-bit Do wireless controller as well, all for 20,000 yen. What? I remember buying this system new for 8,000 and getting the 8-bit Do controller new for 3,000 yen. But hey, prices go up on stuff, so there you go. If you don't need the box and manual and you want to spend that much money if you can't find it elsewhere, there you go. The 2DS, I believe, LL or XL in other countries, there were two special versions. One was the Metal Slime Dragon Quest version, being sold for 22,000 yen, and the Minecraft Creeper with the pixelated creeper face on the front for 30,000 yen. Kinda pricey. For 50,000 yen, you can get a nice looking and working PCFX system. Still, that's much more than I would expect to pay usually. But still, if you want to have this and you you can't find it elsewhere looking this pretty, then I guess get this one. It'd be kind of like my last choice, but there you go. The Greatest Hits edition of Akumajo Dracula X Chronicles. So this is the, it's got Dracula X, Symphony of the Night, all those games. This is the one that was re-released for 1980 yen, new, late in the PSP's life. And here you can get it used for only 4,800 yen. So 2.5 times the price. Again, though, not like you can pick up a new one anymore, so it is, in fact, a good deal anyway as far as the gameplay. An 8-bit Do joystick, kind of used for any system you like, really, but it's the one that's, it's huge, and it's styled to look like the NES Advantage, the old Nintendo joystick with the black and the red buttons and stuff and such. It's a beautiful controller to have, but I passed on it, of course, as it was 8,000 yen. For the PCFX system, Queen of Queens, women's pro wrestling. This is a game where you mostly see the wrestlers wrestle. The gameplay is not very good. It's kind of like an encyclopedia of women's wrestling at the time. Anyway, though, but in its big, junky, and inefficient PCFX box, it's 5,000 yen. For only 130,000 yen, wow, you can get Magical Chase for the PC Engine. It's very expensive. It's an expensive game. It's 130,000 yen. That costs more than my first car did in Japan. It's a lot. Still a lot, but much less, but still much more than I paid for mine. For 20,000 yen, you can get Makai Mura, so Ghouls and Ghosts, for your Wonder Swan. It's a pretty good conversion, but it's in black and white only. You can also get a black and white Wonder Swan for only 2,000 yen, although it says the screen is all garbled, with old UV, when the screen darkens up because of too much UV exposure. It had a problem with that, it said. Although it will run your games. You can get a Dreamcast system, unit only, that can't play discs but works otherwise. And there are a lot of these around where you can get a Dreamcast that can't read discs very cheaply. This one was 3,000 yen because it looks beautiful. It's very, very, it's not yellowed or anything. But you can get even yellowed ones. You can get tons of Dreamcasts for about 1,000 yen that don't work as far as reading discs. But I know that nowadays there are people who mod their Dreamcast to run off of an SD card instead of a CD-ROM or a GD-ROM. So maybe you want to consider that if you get one of these old Dreamcasts. For 1,300 yen, there was the Epoch Pocket Digitcom Mini Mr. Richman. It's just a Pac-Man clone, but it's called Mr. Richman LCD game. Thought that was kind of interesting and cute. For 1,000 yen, you can get ARMS for the Switch. You know, the game where you throw your arm out and it flings the arm on the screen? Well, yeah, that game is 1,000 yen because the label is all messed up. Looks like a dog chewed up the label only if that were to be possible. For 4,000 yen, you can get the Famicom 3D system. So this is the shutter 3D glasses and accessories required to play 3D games on your Famicom system. Notoriously, it was very difficult to get it to work correctly, and after all the years, it probably won't work now anyway. But anyway, if you want to have it, it's kind of cheap and it's always there, I'm guessing. You can also get, what is this? It's glary, it's hard to see what I took the picture of. A pachinko game, a pachi slot game. So, slot machine that would go to pachinko parlor, but a Zenkoku Otome. So, Civil War virgin girl. So it's one of those slot machines that has the animation characters and all the animation up there on the top on a very beautiful screen. And it's flanked by Otome, the Chinese characters for virgin or innocent girl on the sides there. And you can play slot machine. It's 15,000 yen for a big old slot machine to have in your home. A GameCube, a gray one, it's untested. Now, here's something to know about Hard Off. It says that there's no AC adapter, it's not included, thus it is untested. Buy it at your own risk. It's 2,500 yen. The thing is, don't believe that. It's not like a Hard Off doesn't have tons of extra AC adapters, tons of AV cables, tons of everything they need to test anything they get. If they get something and it doesn't work very well, or it doesn't work at all, but it looks very nice, or they're just worried about someone returning it if it does in fact work, they will put it in the junk section, and they'll just mark it as, we couldn't test it out, we don't know, but chances are they do know, so don't believe that when you go to the Hard Off. But anyway, when you go to here, you could actually, there's a little thing in the Hard Off where you can actually test things out, where it has like a TV you can plug in and stuff into, and you can try out your CDs or media or whatever. Just take this GameCube, go to the section full of AC adapters, get the GameCube power cable, go to the thing that has all the AV cables, get a GameCube AV cable thing, and take it all over to the... you can also go and get a disc. Go get a game from the junk section as well. They're always just 100 yen, junk games as well, probably a one-piece game. Take them all over to the thing where you can test stuff out, hook it all up together, and actually just try to play a game, and maybe you can see yourself if it does. Clearly, they're saying that they can't do that, although they can. So, anyway, just some advice to use the testing station in the Hard Off. Alright, off of that ramble. Next, the stepper controller for PlayStation. So, there are several games where it's made to diet. It's just like a stepping machine. And the stepping machine controls the character on the screen, along with your controller in your hand. I did have one of these, actually. It was a fun thing to get that I got for 100 yen just to try it out, but it's so heavy that I ended up selling it off in the game for it soon after I got that. And here it's being sold in the box, actually, the stepping controller, for 1,000 yen. But trust me, if you don't have limitless space, you won't want to take care of that. And only tangentially related to gaming, but when I was there, I picked up my first Raspberry Pi ever. The original model with the upgraded RAM, that's all. The Model B Plus, I think it's called, for the Raspberry Pi 1. And, a lot of people make those into emulation boxes or whatever. And, I just picked one up because I never had one and wanted to fool around with it, and now I have 3 different memory cards. One is an emulation box where I can take the games that I've already copied over for my Retro Freak from the cartridge to play on that, and a couple different other OSs. So yeah, if you've never had a Raspberry Pi, even this super cheap one I got for 1,500 yen, then maybe give it a shot. They're kind of interesting. The Nintendo 64 controller, Orange Pikachu Edition, 6,000 yen. A Hori pad for the Nintendo 64, the most sought-after pad by many people, is 4,000 yen. Kind of cheaper than most, although more expensive than getting when I got mine for 800 yen. But yeah, if you want a Hori pad, they had one there that was yellow for 4,000 yen. They did have a pink and a black one, both 6,000 yen, but I guess those colors are better, I don't know. Then a Final Fantasy XIV Online Moogle speaker. Just a girl 3.5mm jack into the speaker, and it's got the character there blowing on the horn, and the music comes out of the horn of the speaker. I don't know if this would be quality or not, but it's being sold for 1,500 yen. Looks like it was probably once a Crane Game prize, but hey, if you love Final Fantasy, then maybe that's good for you. And the last thing I saw that was really interesting was they were selling old Famicom-era posters that were being put into shops. So, if you have a game shop, you'll put up the game posters and stuff to increase the popularity to sell those off. And they had tons of them. They had, there was pro wrestling and volleyball for the Famicom Disk System, Legend of Zelda, the basic software for the Famicom, Legend of Kage, Super Mario Bros. 2, all these posters that would look great on a wall there. Yeah, the original ones from 40 years ago, and they're being sold for between 1,000 and 4,000 yen each. So, anyway, if I had a not junk game room, but one that I actually respected and wanted to dress up to look very nice, I would have picked up the Metroid one. It looked very good. But anyway, there we go. That is it for this edition. The good old Iruma Fujisawa hard-off store. Well worth a visit if you're in the area and have a car. But yeah, I don't really know how to end this episode or how to say goodbye, so I'll just push the stop button now.